Moving my ideas to the board with the fastest fiber. Staying connected on the road with reliable 5G and on the go with nationwide coverage. No matter how I move, Via creates a symphony of connectivity, so I could bring down a cascade of sound. From the VI shores to the global stage, it's one VI to the wall with DJ Avalanche and Via.
The first step in securing your business or home is erecting a fence so the non-invited can keep out and the invited can be guided in. Now, a solid, beautiful exterior structure not only enhances the appearance, but also increases the value of your home or commercial property. Meet Bender and Associates. They are the experts in aluminum and stainless steel, including their manufacture and repair. Their work include gates, automatic and manual, stairs, security bars, wheelchair ramps. Hey, once you dream it and it involves steel, aluminum, or any metal structure, Bender and Associates can build or repair it. And for those who love the metals with beautiful designs, Bender and Associates can do that also. Time to get started by calling 340-244-0861. Oh yes, Bender and Associates service the entire Virgin Islands. Bender and Associates, beautifying your property while securing your peace of mind.
Man them, let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials, the Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time. Take care of yourself.
We Grow Food Inc. 26th Annual Bordeaux Farmers Rastafari Agricultural and Cultural Vegan Food Fair 2025. Saturday, January 18th from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday, January 19th from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight. This year's theme:
Revive Agriculture 2025. Farmer of the Year, Crowy Whaler Francis.
Locally grown fruits and vegetables, vegan food and local drinks, agricultural demonstrations, youth family activity center, arts and craft vendors, homegrown entertainment.
Keynote speaker, Kashan Myers, Executive Director of Habesha Inc. out of Ghana, West Africa, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Admission, adults $5, youth $3. It's the 26th Annual Bordeaux Farmers Rastafari Agriculture and Cultural Vegan Food Fair 2025.
Sponsored by Southern Sayre, the VI Department of Tourism, VIA, and AARP.
Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. That's the time to rise and go home. Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. That's the time to rise and go home. Any man, any man, any man. Any man in another man's house. Any man, any man, any man. Any man in another man's house.
All right, good morning and welcome to AllAhWeTV. This is a brand new show. It's called Rise Up. We've been talking about it for a while, and in the background, we've been working on this here for about 8 months. But it's still, we're still putting it together. You know, it's never fully complete. But we want to say good morning and welcome. And this Thursday, we can leave it, it's Thursday. It is January, what today date is? Let me tell you, it's January 16th, and it feels, I'm in my UVI jacket, ice gold and green. Listen, the weather conditions for us in the Virgin Islands, it feels freezing. I know you're waking up in the morning, and last night you probably were under 2 comforters. On the north side here of the island, man, it is been breezy. But for the weather conditions, it's 76 degrees. Today is going to be mostly cloudy, but there is some advisories out there. We're going to tell you all about that. So what is Rise Up? Rise Up is a morning show in which we're going to be telling you the news. We're going to be giving a bit of commentary on the news, making you think on both sides. But most important is to connect and give information. So we're going to have a lot of interviews. We're going to have a lot of rolling footage, letting you know what's happening in the Virgin Islands and sometimes beyond. Today, we're going to bust the gate. We have some great news coming with the Teacher of the Year and a good brethren, Teacher Douglas. He just got a big presidential recognition. We're going to give a feature on him. We also had last night the President of the United States. He had his farewell address. We're going to run a bit of that. And we have some other content we're going to roll in. But listen, it's all about the weekend. The weekend is Martin Luther King weekend. Today's Thursday, then Friday, and you have a 4-day weekend for those of you who get holidays. So I know that's a massive thing. But wherever you are in the Virgin Islands, BVI, St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, Water Island, Tortola, Virgin Garda, Jos Van Dyke, and not forgetting Anegada and beyond. We want to say good morning to you and welcome to the premiere edition, the launch of Rise Up. So as said, there's 76 degrees Fahrenheit. It's mostly cloudy. The winds are 30 miles per hour. That's what it's saying here, supplied by MSN Weather. But I'm going to tell you, my friend Terrence put up online that it was like tropical storm winds. And I would agree with that for the last 2 nights. The high surf advisory was supposed to die down, but it's still in effect. So it says right now there's life-threatening rip currents due to breaking waves between 10 and 11 feet and occasionally higher. Beaches throughout Puerto Rico, Culebra, St. Thomas and St. John, they're going to get that high surf conditions. So this is going to be in effect until 6 p.m. this evening. What's interesting is originally to last night at 6 p.m. was when it was supposed to die down. So please be careful and exercise caution. For those of you who like to surf, whether you're going Hull Bay, Megan's Bay, I saw some pictures coming out of King Garden Bay, Tortola. And listen, those things, don't play around with it, man. Don't risk your life. Just like how we tell you in the hurricane times, it's not a joke. So don't go out there and play around with it. So that's the weather. Yesterday in the cruise ship world, we're going to tell you what cruise ships are in today in town. But listen, it's an exciting basketball tournament. We're talking about the weekend. We have some student athletes that were recorded. We want to feature them. It's the IAA Martin Luther King, the annual basketball conference. It's Friday through Sunday. Typically, it's at Eudora Ken Gym. This year, it's at the UVI, the Eldridge Blake Sports and Fitness Center. So listen, you're looking online, you're looking to come out, you want to see some great action, check it out down there, the Eldridge Blake Sports and Fitness Center. That's the UVI Sports and Fitness Center. And listen, you're going to have teams from Tortola, teams from St. Croix, teams from Eudora Ken, of course, St. Thomas, that is. You're going to have CAHS, Eudora Ken, Antilles. And Eudora Ken right now, they're carrying a lot of trophies. I think they winning the football. They may have been the championship of the basketball stuff. I'm not too sure, but they said it in the video. So listen, come out, support the students, support the student athletes. As of course, we don't only want to support them when they get major superstars. We want to support them from young as well. So here's the promo right here. Check it out.
My name is Patricia Thomas, point guard out here at the Ivana Eudora Ken High School. I encourage y'all to come out and watch us, the territorial and school league champions, challenge these other teams in this tournament this weekend, Friday through Sunday. It's going to be a good tournament with good competition, teams from St. Croix, teams from St. Thomas, teams from BVI, including come out, watch our boys, the defending champions. The tournament gonna be really nice.
My name is Christophe Bernard, one of the student athletes at Ivana Eudora Ken, plays on the D-Ray team. I'm the shooting guard. I want you guys to come out and support, especially the D-Ray's family. As the defending champs of the Ivana Eudora Ken, we come out here to take it and win it. Come out and support us, D-Ray strong!
And that's Friday through Sunday, the D-Rays, all the alumni, all the future students of Ivana Eudora Ken, come out and watch us play. You know, we went a little short last tournament, but we're coming through, we've been working hard.
I want to invite everybody to the Martin Luther King Basketball Invitational. The basketball tournament is at the University of Virgin Islands Gymnasium. It begins on Friday and goes until Sunday.
Tell me about this tournament. How did it start and where you all are people going?
Well, it started in the early 80s. You know, I've been the commissioner and the director for the tournament since 2000. So I've been doing this here about 24 years. You know, we try to keep it going because it's the premier tournament in the Virgin Islands. So we try to do this here for the children to have a nice outlet and to meet different people. It's important to come out and support the children because everything is not academics. You know, we have had students that passed through here, male and female, that went on to college and doing big things.
Yes, that's right. So this weekend, Friday through Sunday, is the MLK, the Basketball Invitational Tournament, and you're getting teams from throughout the Virgin Islands, US and BVI. We want you to come out and support. And let me tell you something. Listen, filming the students was so much fun. Those student athletes, that young lady, she get vibes. She have a lot of vibes. And it's a compliment to the parents, of course, you, the community, but the coaches. They put in so much time. And whether you're mentoring students, youngsters coming up, you're teaching them apprenticeship, but the coaches, when you see them interact, it's a love and it's a bond. So come out to the games and support them, but you just want to compliment the coaches and everyone who go the extra mile and put the love and the heart into our students. The young man, you know, it was funny because, you know, he was a little camera shy. So he was making his little stumbles, but he got through it. And she was there, man. She was just spinning around him. And she said, let me go again. And then, you know, they started throwing the hoops and throwing the ball in the hoops. And at first, they were missing. And the coach, Heiliger, he was on the opposite side with the young ladies, the basketball girls. And he break from them and come over and, you know, put his time in with the young lady. And again, once you're a coach or once you're involved with students, you're in it with them to win it. You're in it with them. So he saw, hey, wait, my athlete over there, let me give her a little minute or two. Let's get this here on camera and get it right. So we want to say big up to them, but big up to all the coaches, big up to everyone. And talking about the weekend, if you saw the commercial, this weekend is also about the Bodo, the Rastafari Agriculture and Cultural Fair. This is an annual thing. It goes down on the western side of the island, and you get your fresh produce, you're going to get your vegan food, you're going to get the arts and crafts, you're going to get culture. Usually they have pan around your neck there, and they got a lot of reggae, homegrown artists, sometimes Virgin Island artists who are international. You've had Pressure come through there, Midnight, Jaman, the list goes on and on, Rasabaija and friends. So if you realize it, it is Martin Luther King weekend, and that signals one thing. It's time to come to Bodo in the West, and you're going to check out that Rastafari Agriculture and Cultural Arts Fair. So I told you about cruise ships. Today we have at the Waiko Dock, you got a carnival celebration and the Carnival Vista. In St. John, there's the Sea Cloud Spirit, And on Crown Bay, there's the Oasis of the Seas. All right. So we don't have any ships in St. Croix today. But St. Croix and Port Authority, shout out. St. Croix, St. John, St. Thomas, we all have been getting some great cruise activity and experiencing a good flow of guests. VI Port Authority actually launched their end of the year report, and it's available on the VI Port website. Please go and visit it so that you can see their activities. They list accomplishments from the cruise ships arrivals, from the developments that's coming on the airport. They bragged on the Uber Soca cruise and they're welcoming them to board our ports, and everything that's happening in the VI port, and that's listed in there. Remember, you go to the VI port website and you could check it out. So, you know what was good is that typically when we start a program or we start news, we always start with content which is going to be related to arrests. So this morning we really wanted to start with something positive, and that was featuring the student athletes and their energy that they had. So that was a massive thing. But listen, right now it's we teased it in the beginning. It's a prestigious honor that one of our very own. This teacher, Mr. Andrew Douglas. He's getting a prestigious presidential award for excellence in mathematics and science teaching. Mr. Andrew Douglas, a dedicated mathematics teacher at Ivana Eudora Ken High School, has been selected as the recipient of the prestigious Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching. This award, presented by the White House, is one of the highest national honors given to educators who demonstrate exceptional teaching in the fields of mathematics and science. So, Mr. Douglas is a native of St. Thomas. He's alumnus of the Charlotte Marley High School class of 2003 and holds a bachelor's degree in mathematics from the University of the Virgin Islands and a master's in mathematics for secondary education. For the past 15 years, he has dedicated his career to teaching at Ivana Eudora Ken High School. His passion for not only teaching but also fostering future leaders make him an exceptional role model. And I know he's also part of the fitness club. He used to be there with Coach Douglas. I'm not sure if they have any relations, but family bloodline. But he's a good dude, man. He's a very, very good dude. I've known him. We're not personal, but I've been trying to recruit him here at AllAhWeTV. I know he did some stuff with Channel 12, carries himself real well, and a confident brother, strong brother, and we want to say our compliments to him. So as part of the award package, Mr. Douglas will receive an official certificate signed by President Joe Biden and an award of $10,000 from the foundation that puts on the award. An award ceremony will be held in Washington, D.C., where he will be honored alongside other distinguished educators from across the nation. The last thing we're going to say is, in response to the incredible honor, Mr. Douglas humbly stated that while he's grateful for winning the award, it doesn't validate him alone. His greatest reward comes from when students thank him for making mathematics palatable, enjoyable, and memorable. So we started the gates talking about the student athletes and the work the coaches, the parents, the teachers put into them. Now, this incredible recognition for Mr. Douglas, and we just got to say congratulations. Or in VI terms, big up. We got to really big him up because, I mean, like how he said, making mathematics enjoyable, and the mathematics has changed from when we were going to school. I mean, even the youngsters in school right now from elementary level, I see my son there, like he touching a little bit of algebra, and sometimes you're confused. So to have someone that could break it down and explain it to them, man, that's a great job, well done. We ain't gonna stop there because the great news continues. Department of Education, they loosen information left, right, front, and back, and is the 2025 USVI Teacher of the Year winners. And listen, man, every year they have, they announce the Teacher of the Year in both the St. Thomas and St. Croix districts, and this year they've released the names and the photos of the teachers that is getting this recognition. The gentleman right now that you're seeing on the screen, he is Mr. Cornell Hanley, he's the St. Thomas St. John District Teacher of the Year. Mr. Hanley is a special education teacher at the Yvonne Emilina Bowski Elementary School. He has dedicated over 2 decades to improving the educational experience for students in the St. Thomas and St. John District. Mr. Hanley serves as the district's only adaptive physical education teacher working with students across various grade levels, particularly those with physical disabilities. So, man, listen, this brother here, he's such a positive dude, man. He's such a positive dude. He always have a great spirit when you see him. Man, just a great dude, but I never knew what he did, And to see that award and to see him recognized at this level, we got to say big up. There was a little rally, it looked like they had for him at the school. And you could see there, that's Miss Simra Brown. You could see in the back, Superintendent Jurgen, and the students are there. And man, I know he felt real good, and man, he deserves it because, again, putting in that love and dedication, but not only to students, but those who are in critical need, those with physical challenges, is a massive thing. Look at this last picture right there. And that's to him. So we want to say congratulations to him. That's Mr. Cornell Hanley. He is the St. Thomas St. John District Teacher of the Year, but is one territory, is one VI. So the teacher from St. Croix is Miss Cherise C. Davis. She's a St. Croix District Teacher of the Year, and Miss Davis is a proud graduate of the St. Croix Educational Complex. So we got some big ups going on right here, and we bigging up folks who come from the public school. We had Instructor Douglas. Now we have Miss Davis right here. And she is teaching profession at a 3rd grade teacher at the Juanita Guardian Pre-K to 8 school, a product of the Virgin Islands Public School System. She's discovered her love for teaching in high school and has since dedicated her career to fostering curiosity, critical thinking, and a love of learning in her students. So let's show her picture. Man, look at her right there. Of course, she's the one with the roses, and the rest of those I imagine are from the school and from the education department. They're pictured with her. And beyond the classroom, Ms. Davis is a tireless advocate for her school and community. She actively contributes to school communities, leads a Girl Scout troop, and helps organize major school events like Virgin Island History Month and Red Ribbon Week. I remember Red Ribbon Week. Yeah, man. She's not only a teacher, but a mentor and a community leader who continually strives to make a difference. So again, massive big up to her. And teachers, whether you're a teacher of the year, you're getting the award, teachers are one of our most passionate civil servants out here because they are like the second parents, putting the love and the care into our children. And from pre-K, whether Head Start, straight up, and even at the college level. And learning is a continuous process. We learn every day. So we want to say big up to the teachers of the year and big up to Mr. Douglas. So we out the gates with positive information. And positive is how we live. Now, talking about positive is how we live. As for this morning, we didn't have any special, we get email every morning with news releases from the Virgin Islands Police Department on arrests or incidents. Of course, we work with Virgin Islands PD, helping them cover and share the information, but we didn't have no emails this morning, so that is a great thing. No news sometimes is good news, right? So no news from the Virgin Islands Police Department. Last night, as I said, we had the address from President Joe Biden. And he was his farewell address because we know come Monday, if believe it or not, time is just flying, will be the inauguration of President Donald Trump. He's, he takes the reign back as he was elected. So President Biden did his farewell, and we're going to give you a little snippet of it. We had a clip right here from the Associated Press. And, he talks of us keeping unity in the country, giving great symbols to the Statue of Liberty, and how that was workers from all over the country, all over the world, as that was a gift from France. that made that possible, and it symbolizes freedom. Talked about recognizing and be careful with AI technology. So this is a farewell address that presidents for decades have been doing, and he did such. And we're going to give you a little snippet of it, and then we're going to come back. We have a clip from our interview with Governor Bryant, not recent. We did that before the Christmas holidays, but want to run it right here. And then we got some more information that we're going to throw and we're going to show with you. Is Rise Up is a brand new morning show right here at AllAhWeTV. And it's going to be, okay, the time of Rise Up, what's going to happen is we're going to do 6:30 to 7:30. But this morning, we started at 7:30 because we're not adapting daylight saving, but here, look dark outside. So, no, I'm just kidding. We were just getting the belts and the whistles together. But it's going to be 6:30 to 7:30. So tomorrow is 7:30 again. We're going to do Thursday and Friday today. And then next week, they're going to start it off with Tuesdays and Thursdays. And you're going to get your news, your information. But we're excited to be welcoming people who you know, leaders who you could recognize, and getting them to speak and talk and share information, what's happening in their companies, their departments, what's happening with their lives and how they're impacting the lives of Virgin Islanders right here. That's what Rise Up is all about. You're tuned into AllAhWeTV. Good morning to you. And here is the address from outgoing President Joe Biden.
My fellow Americans, I'm speaking to you tonight from the Oval Office. Before I begin, let me speak to important news from earlier today. After 8 months of nonstop negotiation, by my administration, a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached by Israel and Hamas, the elements of which I laid out in great detail in May of this year. This plan was developed and negotiated by my team and will be largely implemented by the incoming administration. That's why I told my team to keep the incoming administration fully informed, because that's how it should be, working together as Americans. This will be my final address to you from the American people from the Oval Office, from this desk as president. And I've been thinking a lot about who we are and maybe more importantly, who we should be. Long ago in New York Harbor, an iron worker installed beam after beam, day after day. He was joined by steel workers, stonemasons, engineers. They built not just a single structure, but a beacon of freedom. The very idea of America was so big, we felt the entire world needed to see. The Statue of Liberty, a gift from France after our Civil War. Like the very idea of America, it was built not by one person, but by many people, from every background and from around the world. Like America, the Statue of Liberty is not standing still. Her foot literally steps forward atop a broken chain of human bondage. She's on the march, and she literally moves. She was built to sway back and forth to withstand the fury of stormy weather, to stand the test of time because storms are always coming. She sways a few inches, but she never falls into the current below. An engineering marvel. The Statue of Liberty is also an enduring symbol of the soul of our nation, a soul shaped by forces that bring us together and by forces that pull us apart. And yet, through good times and tough times, we've withstood it all. A nation of pioneers and explorers, of dreamers and doers, of ancestors native to this land, of ancestors who came by force, a nation of immigrants who came to build a better life, a nation holding the torch of the most powerful idea ever in the history of the world, that all of us are created equal, that all of us deserve to be treated with dignity, justice, and fairness, that democracy must defend and be defined and be imposed, moved in every way possible. Our rights, our freedoms, our dreams. But we know the idea of America, our institution, our people, our values that uphold it are constantly being tested. Ongoing debates about power and the exercise of power. But whether we lead by the example of our power or the power of our example. whether we show the courage to stand up to the abuse of power or we yield to it. After 50 years at the center of all of this, I know that believing in the idea of America means respecting the institutions that govern a free society, the presidency, the Congress, the courts, a free and independent press, institutions that are rooted, they just might not reflect the timeless words, but they echo the words of the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Rooted in the timeless words of the Constitution, we the people. Our system of separation of powers, checks and balances. It may not be perfect, but it's maintained our democracy for nearly 250 years, longer than any other nation in history that's ever tried such a bold experiment. In the past 4 years, our democracy has held strong. And every day I've kept my commitment to be president for all Americans through one of the toughest periods in our nation's history. I've had a great partner in Vice President Kamala Harris. It's been the honor of my life to see the resilience of essential workers getting us through a once-in-a-century pandemic, the heroism of service members and first responders keeping us safe, the determination of advocates standing up for our rights and our freedoms instead of losing their jobs to an economic crisis that we inherited. Millions of Americans now have the dignity of work. Millions of entrepreneurs and companies creating new businesses and industries, hiring American workers, using American products. And together, we've launched a new era of American possibilities. One of the greatest modernizations of infrastructure in our entire history, from new roads, bridges, clean water, affordable high-speed internet for every American. We invented the semiconductor, smaller than the tip of my little finger, and now is bringing those chip factories and those jobs back to America where they belong, creating thousands of jobs. Finally, giving Medicare the power to negotiate lower prescription drug prices for millions of seniors. And finally, doing something to protect our children and our families by passing the most significant gun safety law in 30 years and bringing violent crime.
All right, that was President Joe Biden and his farewell address. It's about 17 minutes. I encourage you to go to any of the YouTube outlets. We got to give credit to the Associated Press. That's where we got that clip and we're airing it from. So credits to them, the Associated Press. And as I said, it was a powerful 17 minutes. We have a future ahead of us right now. On Monday is going to be the inauguration of President Donald Trump. And as President Biden said, it's America, a land of hope, a land of unity, and a land of dreams. So we will always be that. We're going to take a break right here, and we're going to come right back. When we come back, we have some content to air. We have an interview from Governor Brian that we want to give because he gave some good pieces there that we want to punch to it. The US VI Festivals Department, they launched the carnival flyer for St. Thomas Carnival. If you haven't seen it, as well as they've launched the a video promo. So, it's interesting because we were in St. Croix Festival. It was a beautiful festival. We should give you some clips of that. And things were a bit late. So, the content came out late. Maybe some of the marketing and the USVI Festival, they're my friends, the people in there. So, some of my Crucian brothers, and I'm a Virgin Islander, so I'm one of all, they said, we bet you this in Thomas content won't come out speedy. Well, regardless, it did. But what we want to do is we want to stress and improve, because there was a lot of things happening in the background, which many of us may not be aware of, whether financial, operational, and such. But of course, as this content comes out and is aired, we want to make sure we maintain an equal quality and standard for all. I always say in St. Thomas Carnival, we promote St. John. In St. John Carnival, we promote St. Croix. St. Croix Carnival, you promote St. Thomas. And not at the end. You're promoting it from in the beginning because it's one Virgin Islands. But we're going to see that ad. It's a beautiful ad. But we're going to run some advertisers and we're going to come back. We're Rise Up Morning Show. We're going to have a little discussion, a little engagement, and then we go from there. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. All right?
If you from the VI, when you there, put your hands in my pie. Represent your home. If you from the VI, when you there, put your flags in my pie. VI to the ball. The party don't start until we reach. No, we don't bring no sun to the beach. All we need to hear is a beat.
I am Eustace Grant Jr., also known as the Don Deal. I was diagnosed with stage 2 prostate cancer on August 31st, 2017. That moment changed my life. The hardest part of the experience was the thought of not being here to see my children and grandchild grow. Luckily, my family and support team were real. They had food sales to show their support. My prayer warriors and doctors were phenomenal. Do I encourage men to get screened for prostate cancer? The answer is an absolute yes. If you are an African-American male with a family history of prostate cancer, you should begin screening at age 40. If you are unsure about screening, talk to your doctor to decide if screening is right for you. Testing is easy. Early detection saves lives. I am a living testament, and that's a done deal. African-American men are at an increased risk of getting and dying from prostate cancer more than any other race. Talk to your doctor to find out if prostate cancer screening is right for you. This message was brought to you by the Department of Health, Division of Chronic Disease and Prevention.
My name is Patricia Thomas, point guard out here at the Ivana Udarican High School. I encourage y'all to come out and watch us, the territorial and school league champions, challenge these other teams in this tournament this weekend, Friday through Sunday. It's going to be a good tournament with good competition. Teams from St. Croix, teams from St. Thomas, teams from VVI, including come out, watch our boys, the defending champions. The tournament is going to be really nice.
My name is Christophe Bernard. One student athlete at Ivana Udarican, plays on the team. I'm a shooting guard. I want you guys to come out and support, especially the D-Rays family. As the defending champs of the Ivana Udarican, we come out here to take it and win it. Come out and support us, D-Rays strong!
And that's Friday through Sunday, the D-Rays, all the alumni, all the future students of Ivana Udarican, come out and watch us play. You know, we went a little short last tournament, but we're coming through, we've been working hard.
We've been together for some time now, soon to be married. I think we're ready for a family of our own.
I know that when I proposed that she'd be ready for us to have a child, but knowing that I carry the sickle cell trait, I may have a few questions that I need answered first.
Sickle cell disease is an inherited red blood cell disorder in which the red blood cells are abnormal. As a result, there aren't enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout the body. Having sickle cell disease doesn't mean it's the end. Learn ways to manage your sickle cell disease. First, know your status by getting tested. Do you carry the sickle cell trait or genes? If you do, then follow the regimen advised by your clinical professional and practice a healthy lifestyle. You can live well as a sickle cell patient.
We were nervous at first, but now knowing our status, carrier and non-carrier,
Now we can finally have a family of our own.
sickle cell didn't stop us.
And it shouldn't stop you.
All right, welcome back to Rise Up Morning Show right here on AllAhWeTV. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Today's our first episode, our first full episode. We teased it before, but now we came with it. And you can look forward to seeing this show every Tuesdays and every Thursdays, 6:30 to 7:30. This week, we're doing today being Thursday, and we're going to do tomorrow, Friday. So what can you expect on Rise Up? You're going to get the news. You're going to get interviews. You're going to get commentary, but intelligent commentary. We want to show you both sides of the story, and we want to give you the information so you can come to a conclusion for yourself. That's what Rise Up is all about. And of course, we want to let you know what is happening in the Virgin Islands. So we're going to give you a community calendar. We're going to bring back, we have a program called, what is it? What's Happening VI. That's going to be aired tomorrow, telling you all the events that's taking place. But what you're seeing right there on the camera, where we've been airing and promoting, has been the Bodo Rastafari Fair and the Bodo Rastafari Agriculture and Cultural Arts Fair. That's the full name. That's in Bodo, Saturday and Sunday this week. Down there at the farmers market, you got your vegan food, you got your produce, your vegan snacks. You got, I'm not sure if they're doing tours of the farm, but typically you do. I know Connors used to have his pets there. The children could go and pet the, the hamsters and the rabbit and the donkey and the horsey. They could have do that with Connors. But only one way to find out what they're doing. You have to be there. So make sure you go down there to Bodo and you check it out. It's always a great time. And if you stay into the evening, there's always a massive concert, great entertainers. We had Star Lion Family when they were younger, and now as international artists, you had Pressure Bus Pipe, Jaman, Nayora, Midnight Band. Who else you've had? Rasabaija and Friends. And they come down and they do a show called Reggae in the Mountains. Good, conscious, beautiful reggae. Go to check in with Ras Maniai and find out about Reggae in the Mountains and who's the artist that's lined up for it. But Bodo Rastafari Agriculture and Cultural Arts Fair. If you see me wearing this jacket again, don't think nothing. I'm going to wash it out because they get the ice gold and green. I have on my UVI jacket because up here on the northern side of the island of St. Thomas, it is windy. Furniture even moving around a bit. It said that, but this is a winter breeze. We're accustomed to this every year, but there's high surf advisory, so we're just advising, the surfers, the beach goers, to be careful, exercise caution, and use common sense. If those currents look too high, those waves crashing too high, just don't go in. And the high surf advisory is supposed to be until 6 p.m. this evening, but that was originally last night. So obviously the weather is moving. Gotta punch in with VI Weather Lady. Whenever you want to know what's happening in the weather, I gotta check out VI Weather Lady. But today we're getting it off of the MSN platform. So what is going on in the Virgin Islands elsewhere? We're giving recognition to the MLK basketball tournament. If you're just tuning in, that's this weekend, Friday to Sunday, at the UVI Sports and Fitness Center. You want to check that out because it features the youth and it's great basketball action. People have a great time. It's going to be beautiful. So really want you to go see it and experience it. On the cruise ship side, we have 3 ships in St. Thomas, 1 ship in St. John. You have at Waiko, Carnival Celebration, and the Carnival Vista. That comes in from the Carnival Celebration is 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Carnival Vista is 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Oasis of the Seas is at Crown Bay. I think it's Asta Monsanto Terminal. And that is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And in St. John, you got the Sea Cloud Spirit. That's from 12 until 7 p.m. So if you don't know, of course, we all know, we love the tourists because that is what's floating the economy. And we want to welcome them and make sure we give them a great VI experience, a great VI welcome. And if you don't have to be in the tourist areas, don't go. Sometime when I'm in a rush, and I know like yesterday was a heavy ship day, I go over the hill. I take the back roads because I let them do their thing undisturbed. Let them go Main Street. If you don't have to be Main Street, leave them there. We need them to buy the Rolex. We need them to buy the Cartier watch so that money can stay in the VI, carcass. So if you don't have to be there, don't go. We have 3 ships in town, 1 in St. John, none in St. Croix today. But let's see when St. Croix gets their next ship. I don't have it on this schedule, and maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. If you do have a ship, St. Croix, big up, and make sure you give them a great crucian welcome and a crucian experience. So up next, what we're going to do is, before the holidays had started, we had an interview, and you could visit it and see it on AllAhWeTV. we had an interview, a discussion with Governor Bryan. We talked many topics from the economy, what's happening, and tomorrow, WAPA actually has a big ribbon cutting. From the release which they sent, they say the Wazilla generators. So maybe they're coming online over the course of today. Going to find out more information. Going to share it with you tomorrow. But AllAhWeTV and News VI, we're going to be there on the scene as WAPA is having an important event. And any important event for WAPA is an important event for us because all of us want to see the power rates go down and, of course, stable power throughout the territory. But we only have one power, agency per island. So sometimes when they have a hiccup, we all are affected. But they're improving. And good morning and shout out to all the hardworking WAPA men and women that are keeping lights on and keeping things going. So I want to run the governor interview because it's just fitting. There's a lot of talk that's going in from the raises. We have an interview with him where we talked about money and payments to Virgin Islanders. And, where he said, listen, go watch the interview. Go watch the interview because it was a very good, informative interview and powerful. But this one here, he responded to the rumors. Many people say the governor, he out to lunch. He in his second term, and he ain't bothering with too much. And the governor answered, he laughed at it at first, and then he answered it. Of course, we invite you to watch it here on AllAhWeTV. So here it is, Governor Albert Bryan, and he's responding to the rumors of the governor, he's out to lunch. No, and then the last question, which is in the community, there's some that's saying that right now the governor, he last 2 years, my boy an autopilot. Things just, this man just, he chilling. He chilling. You know what I mean? Everything just, I could go on with that for 30 minutes. But, so those are the three things we're going to touch on right now. So those who say that you're an autopilot, how do you take that? Are you working hard on issues?
So for the last 2 years, I just stopped playing the politics. We got so many things. I have 100 priority projects. And I have a working board that I go over every Monday with my government house staff. That must have like 50, 60 things, separate from those 100 things. And then there's still things that I'm working on personally alone by myself, right? So there's so much work to do. There's not really time for shenanigans and games. I don't have time to come out and brag about everything I do and talk to people about everything I do. Kind of like in that mode where, what do you want? Tell me concisely, yes, I could do it. No, I can't do it. And I'm trying to say no a lot more because right now we have 173 projects running. 173. That's just government projects, Besides that, I'm still dealing with all the stuff in Washington, the crisis in the 2 hospitals, the crisis at WAPA, the crisis at Waste Management, with the sewers and all the stuff that we have going on now. You know what you say about that? All of that is on my desk at one time. Yeah. And at the same time, keeping an eye on the tourism because tourism is softening, right? Yeah. That's a concern. And making sure that we could keep the recovery going, actually figuring out how. So, I try to stay out of the banter, but I'm just trying to stay out of people's way and get my work done because I only have 2 years left. That means that I don't have time to horse around. My clock spinning backward is 2 years. And in reality, after this year and a half pass, nobody ain't studying me. They studying the next governor, right? So getting things done is going to be even more difficult. All right, that was Governor Albert Bryan right there. And I invite you to watch the full interview on AllAhWeTV. It was a very great interview. Very informative, shared a lot. And, it's, imagine being a governor. 24/7 problems coming on your phone, coming on your desk. You have executive directors, you have commissioners, but when they have a challenge, they got to come to you. So it's a 24/7 job, So it was a very good conversation. And, the wheel keeps turning. There's new issues. There's the issue of raises. We have a new legislature that new members that are in, and they have a number of things that are on their tables too. We're going to be in communication with them. So
I always encourage, and I want to encourage you to be active, to stay informed. And when you see them, you could always, because they are your representative, you could request time with them, set a meeting, and share your concerns. It's always better when we put a group together. We have that group and we say, hey, this is what we are experiencing and here's what we would like, for you to prioritize and put on your calendar. Because we are the people, we have the power, but at the same time, it's a respect on both sides. We have to respect those in their positions and they have to respect us, the voters, the community members. But they are our representatives, representors, that is. So encourage you, use your voice. Organize. Make sure we don't go quiet and only wait for 2 years or 4 years. And platforms as ourselves, we're going to interview with them, but of course, you have the biggest voice. You have the biggest say. And numbers is strength. Numbers is strength. We can only talk on the talk shows and on the platforms. But just remember, the budget is only about so much. And only so much the government could do. So they have to prioritize. And everyone's problem seems as the most important. And to us, it should be. However, they could only jump at so many at one time. So listen, we're going to switch it up a little bit right now. Carnival is in the area. St. Thomas Carnival and is coming down to April. And the Virgin Islands, the Carnival, the USVI Festival Division, they dropped the new festival video. If you haven't seen it and you haven't been on social media to check it out, we're going to air it right here. And then right after that, I want to let you know there's going to be a ton of events. Hingerman had the Juve Morning pre-Juve Morning event. I was Soca Madness. I ain't getting the right name right now, but that was a big event. You have Tinel Francis. She has her event over there at Haven Grand. Encore has released their entire carnival schedule from right now. So it's never too early. And Encore Restaurant, I took a picture there I'll share with you. It's on our Facebook page. Stay connected with us on AllAhWeTV. That's the former Crush. It's totally redone. It's a restaurant and sports bar and lounge. Every Friday they feature a DJ. But get this, every lunch they have specials. They have a fixed menu. And they're a great place, great comfortable place. You want to check them out. But where we're going with all of this, my friends, our partners here at AllAhWeTV, the Sunset Soca, they are coming back. They made a great appearance for 2024. And not only they did St. Thomas, they went to St. Croix. So right after the festival promo, we're going to show you the Sunset Soca video from Santa Cruz. And then stay tuned with us at AllAhWeTV or log into the Sunset Soca page and get their updates. Because when they come, this is an event you want to go to. It's food, it's wine, it's conversation, it's mix, it's mingling, and it's a whole lot of fun. So let me not talk no more. Here is the VI Festival. This is their festival promo.
Whether we are on the road or in a fest, we sure to mash it up. Cause we bring the energy, that's who we mean. We party till we jump. Hey, Mary. Yeah, man, boy, you ready for this one? I'm ready. Okay, let's go. I see people, plenty people. I see people, see people.
All right, that is the festival promo right there. That's a first teaser. I imagine there's going to be so much more that's going to be coming into the market. So you want to stick and stay. Stick and stay. That's the USVI Festival Department. That ain't even an official video. We took it from Facebook just so we could air it and let you know. They have a beautiful poster. I'm hearing that is Anusha's troupe. The ladies feature on the poster. You want to check it out. But right here, this is the Sunset Soca Wine event highlight clip from St. Croix. Remember, they launched in St. Thomas, and they are coming back. So now, gain a little teaser. So when you're doing your carnival preparation, you want to make sure you are here and you're in the place for the Sunset Soca Wine Festival, okay?
Man them, let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials, the Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time. Take care of yourself.
All right, that's Miss Naturalista's store. They're available on St. Thomas and St. Croix. And St. Croix, right in front of Jane's Bridal Center. And that's down by the market, the former Plaza West. Right in front, you get Miss Naturalista. And in St. Thomas, they're located in the Yacht Haven Grand, next to the Wendy's entrance, close by Moe's and the Red Hook family practice. You get Miss Naturalista. Everything 100% natural. For if you're a naturalista or you're natural underneath, or even you have a straight, but you just want 100% natural products, you could go and check them out. But it's not only about hair, it's about hair, body, lifestyle, health. And they even have things for your dogs. They have things for your homes. It's a 100% natural store. Great products. I mean, butters, oils. Oh my God. I wear it, of course. And man, it gets you and keeps you smelling great throughout the entire day. So that's Miss Naturalista. But you saw the clips from the Sunset Soca Wine Fest that I told you about. Is a massive event. It's coming for St. Thomas Carnival. You get to see the St. Thomas Carnival, their promo. That's going to be massive. Of course, April, sometimes into May, we're going to be looking at the calendar, see what's going on. But that's coming up. And then you're going to have a ton of events coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing the Juve Troops, Kaleidoscope, Dust Till Dawn, what June and Kilo, them troop name is. I can't think of it right now. But you know, the two big troop them on the road for Juve. But I'm a person, I in favor of the ban on the road, the free Juve action. But nothing wrong with the Juve Troops because you get your drinks, you get your powder, you get all your activities. So we're going to look forward to that. What else we have coming up? Listen, tomorrow we're going to have a special interview with Mr. Peter Bailey. If you remember Peter, film producer, director, he did the documentary when we experienced the 2017 storms. Award-winning filmmaker and journalist Peter Bailey, he relaunches his critically acclaimed Nightcap docuseries after a years-long absence spent filming his award-winning Paradise Discovered film series advocating for the Virgin Islands in the wake of Irma Maria. So Bailey returns with an exclusive sit-down with former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani as the two discuss Giuliani's loyalty to President-elect Donald Trump, Epstein's death, America's history of slavery and racism, as well as his crusade to curb crime in New York City. They also discuss the political status of the Virgin Islands and the U.S. territories. We have a clip of that interview as it pertains to the Virgin Islands and the conversation with former Mayor Rudy Giuliani. But what you got to remember, if you don't know, is Peter Bailey, award-winning, his series Nightcap. He would interview all the top artists. Everyone was coming through his platform. I mean, you talking about from hip-hop artists, athletes, everyone was coming through. The man was riding high. But in the wake of the storms, and he saw, listen, as everyone saw, the devastation and even the lack of attention that we were getting, he put his show on pause and used his attention, used his outlet to push and advocate for the Virgin Islands. Well, that was 2017. We're back in 2020. No, we're now in 2024. And he brought back his series Nightcap. So sometimes we're seeing someone or our Virgin Islanders and they're moving among us, but they're doing big things. And we want to give them their recognition, give them their big ups, and of course give them support because we don't know what they have been accomplishing. Even those here at home, all we need to do is continue spreading love and support. So here's a clip of Peter Bailey speaking with Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Then we're going to wrap up. Today is just an hour, and it's been Rise Up Morning Show. It's fun. The hour went fast, and more to come. All right? So this is Peter Bailey, and we're speaking with Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
You know, being from the Virgin Islands, how can we get a better relationship? Because we're a territory right now. We don't have the right to vote. So how can we work on that? Because we're in the Virgin Islands, we're just not a postcard. You know, we are part of the U.S. family.
You know, I always felt that way. I went on my first honeymoon to the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back to the Virgin Islands, oh my gosh, maybe 7 or 8 times. It was my favorite vacation place.
There you go.
And that's where I learned how to snorkel.
There you go.
A little skin. I'm not a skin diver, but I tried it 2 or 3 times. I didn't die. I used to love to ride around on the bikes. Went back later when I had like a speaking career for the insurance companies. I thought they had industrialized it a little
bit too much.
Now, you go to the far part of the island, it's great. You know the area where Mike Bloomberg lives, where they have the great golf course?
Yeah, up in the hills, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest golf courses in the world.
Yeah. But how can we get the American public to understand we are citizens?
Yeah, I would have to say that we ignore. Are you telling me we ignore?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
a lot of Americans ignore Virgin Islands.
We're like a postcard. We're not human. We're just for vacation.
Much more than we do Puerto Rico.
Much more than we do Puerto Rico.
Because Puerto Rico at least has the voting part.
We can't vote.
And it's always knocking on the door being a state.
Yeah. And our delegate to Congress didn't help because she wasn't in charge of the impeachment trials.
Well, maybe you need a new delegate now.
Yeah.
Well, I'll think about it, because I really do.
Please.
You give me a mission because
that's the mission.
I have tremendous affection for the Virgin Islands. I told you this, I began telling this story off the screen, but I'll tell it on the screen.
Nightcap is back.
Nightcap is back. So tomorrow, we're going to have a conversation with Peter Bailey, and you could go to Nightcap platform, and you can see the full interview. Of course, connect to him on social media. He's going to tell you all about the outlets where you can connect to him and you can see it. But just look up Nightcap with Peter Bailey, YouTube, Facebook. He has a new platform, Yellow Cedar. He's going to set a new platform. But what's important again is he returned to his platform like he never left. Because, believe it or not, it's not easy getting to a Mayor Rudy Giuliani or individuals and that status. And then while there, of course, still advocating for Virgin Islanders. Because Mayor has the soon to be sworn in president's heir. So that's a good thing. But anyhow, that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be talking, we're going to be vibing, we're going to be having fun. We're going to be doing a lot of features. Rise Up Morning Show is one of the signature shows here for 2025 on AllAhWeTV. What's coming with AllAhWeTV? A lot. Live broadcasts, more interviews, more features. To everyone that watched our videos from Crucian Festival and over the holiday season and who have always supported us, we want to just say a big heartfelt thank you and big up. Thank you so much. We have so much more in the pipeline. And for the businesses who support us and are here with us, thank you to you as well. You, the viewer, what you can do is support those businesses. The Vaya, the Miss Naturalista, the Bender and Bender. Oh, that's one group I got to talk about. Bender and Bender, anything have to do with aluminum, anything have to do with steel, they could make your dreams, whether you want a design, need protective bars over your window, Bender and Associates, they can do it for you. You're going to be seeing them all here on AllAhWeTV. So stay tuned. So listen, we're out of here today. Wishing you a great and wonderful Thursday. If you're going in the beach, the water in St. Thomas, St. John, Culebra, Puerto Rico, please be careful. All right? And if you see them waves looking rough, don't try to be macho and then rescue guy come out, or even worse, you might even lose your life. All right? The currents are high and safety is the most important thing. We'll be back here tomorrow, 7:30 to 8:30, and then on Tuesday we start at 6:30. Okay, it's Rise Up morning show here, AllAhWeTV. Right now with me, Emmett P, but hopefully we got another host in here.
Mardi Gras, rise up. It's time to rise and go home. Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. It's time to rise and go home. Any man, any man, any man, any man in another man's house. Any man, any man, any man, any man in another man's house.
I am Eustace Grant Jr., also known as the Don Deal. I was diagnosed with stage 2 prostate cancer on August 31st, 2017. That moment changed my life. The hardest part of the experience was the thought of not being here to see my children and grandchild grow. Luckily, my family and support team were real. They had food sales to show their support. My prayer warriors and doctors were phenomenal. Do I encourage men to get screened for prostate cancer? The answer is an absolute yes. If you are an African American male with a family history of prostate cancer, you should begin screening at age 40. If you are unsure about screening, talk to your doctor to decide if screening is right for you. Testing is easy. Early detection saves lives. I am a living testament, and that's a done deal. African American men are at an increased risk of getting and dying from prostate cancer more than any other race. Talk to your doctor to find out if prostate cancer screening is right for you. This message was brought to you by the Department of Health, Division of Chronic Disease and Prevention.
My name is Patricia Thomas, point guard out here at the Ivana Udarican High School. I encourage y'all to come out and watch us, the territorial and school league champions, challenge these other teams in this tournament this weekend, Friday through Sunday. It's going to be a good tournament with good competition. Teams from St. Croix, teams from St. Thomas, teams from BVI, including come out, watch our boys, the defending champions. The tournament going to be really nice.
My name is Christophe Bernard. Current student athlete at Ivana Udarican, plays on the D-Ray team. I'm a shooting guard. I want you guys to come out and support, especially the D-Ray's family. As the defending champs of the Ivana Udarican, we come out here to take it and win it. Come out and support us, D-Ray strong!
And that's Friday through Sunday, the D-Rays, all the alumni, all the future students of Ivana Udarican, come out and watch us play. You know, we went a little short last tournament, but we're coming through. We've been working hard.
been together for some time now, soon to be married. I think we're ready for a family of our own.
I knew that when I proposed that she'd be ready for us to have a child, but knowing that I carry the sickle cell trait, I may have a few questions that I need answered first.
Sickle cell disease is an inherited red blood cell disorder in which the red blood cells are abnormal. As a result, there aren't enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout the body. Having sickle cell disease doesn't mean it's the end. Learn ways to manage your sickle cell disease. First, know your status by getting tested. Do you carry the sickle cell trait or genes? If you do, then follow the regimen advised by your clinical professional and practice a healthy lifestyle. You can live well as a sickle cell patient.
We were nervous at first, but now knowing our status, carrier and non-carrier,
Now we can finally have a family of our own.
sickle cell didn't stop us.
And it shouldn't stop you.